she'd have beat Maddie the crap out of her. And that kid that I just saw on stage was a hot mess. And that headpiece falling out at the end was just like the icing on the cake. And that one right there is teaching that kid that when you get on stage and perform, you better look like you're from the Abby Lee Dance Company.
The 5th episode of Season 3 of Dance Moms had all the worst moments of the show in one, and here is how that episode from hell started. It began with Abby going totally crazy because the girls did not actually win at the last competition and came second instead.
It is. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
At Nationals, you were amazing. Just as good as Chloe. But Chloe won. And ever since then, it's like she doesn't have to work anymore. Like I won, third was good enough for me. Mia, you're doing fine, but it's fine gonna make you a star.
Big letdown? Just because you came second and didn't win? That is kind of toxic, especially when speaking to literal 9-year-olds. But will that stop Abby Lee from making her point and taking out her disappointment on these kids? Never! Here is her new task for her team.
The group routine is entitled Pink Lemonade. You're using hats, and the hats are a prop. Drop your hat, and you're off the team.
God, let's be a little harsh.
They think I'm joking. Let somebody drop the hat and see what happens. Moms, you missed. You're going to be rhinestoning. Ladies, spread apart. Start the warm-up. Grand plie in second.
Really? Abby is blaming Maddie for sticking with her mom when the moms organized a strike against Abby. How cruel can Abby really be? But she is not the only cruel one. Melissa, Maddie's mom, also has a cruel streak. After Macanese, her younger daughter, forgot her routine on stage, she said this.
She didn't bring the costume for her solo. I guess this is it. I'm gonna dismiss you. Kendall, I don't think you'll be doing your solo. Your mother was to have that costume here today. She knows everything. Fine. I don't think you're doing a solo.
Then I'm going home. I have other children and other responsibilities, so I haven't had time to get Kendall's costume yet.
She is not Maddie. What a terrible thing to say to your child. But Abby has even worse things to say. If you can even believe it, she even questioned her religion and told her basically all the things a 9-year-old does not want to hear.
But even more so, it's not her fault.
No, but why didn't you just take what I was offering you? You're a grown adult woman.
That's
Just
right.
go
And
get
this
it.
is no, I am a grown adult woman, and we are done with this.
Jill was supposed to bring a costume, and she didn't. What did she expect Abby to do?
I'm so sorry, honey. I know. It'll never, ever work. It'll never work.
And then, the most shocking moment in the episode. The Abby Lee Dance Company comes 4th overall. After the competition, Abby gets back in the room with the mothers and sparks start flying. And that leads to this absolutely insane interaction.
At night, I find my biggest battles when the lights go down.
For dropping the hat.
The next category is Junior Advanced Small Group.
Okay, here we go.
My second runner-up, number 214, from Art of Gymnastics and Cheer, is 1/10 of a point.
Of course.
Abby recently got into trouble for racist remarks, but what people don't know is that proof of her iffy behaviors as regard to race was evident in even the first season of Dance Moms. In one episode, Holly, Nia's mother, had to take Abby to task over her typecasting of her daughter. Through all this, Abby also had to act as a bill collector for parents who were not paying their bills. And the shocking thing is that the episode started on a nice note.
Never saw such disorganization in all my life.
Go back to your studio.
You know what? I'm not. I'm here to stay. So like it.
I don't. Neither does anybody else.
Now, let's talk about this week's competition. We are going to, what?
Of course, the parents don't like this at all, but what can they do? Abby is the boss, and she can do as she wants. Anyway, Nia is doing what Abby calls a character piece, and she has so much praise for it. Here is how she describes the piece.
The casting call says ethnic. She can do all of the dances correctly. Your abdominal muscles. Engage them. Now march in your own circle. Nose up in the air. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna swing this down 5 and fan kick big, 4 starch flex 7 and 8. Good.
Wow, I am sure that is totally not going to cause any problems with Nia's mother Holly in the future. She will surely go along with this just fine. Anyway, Abby continues to train Nia and pushes her really hard because she does not know the meaning of technique, but it is all hunky-dory to Nia.
I know you're teaching until 7:30, but I just wanted to warn you, Dawn Check is here to talk to you.
She should be here to pay her bill.
She wanted to speak to you, so.
Okay, I'll be out in a few minutes.
Okay.
Minister Dawn, she has a lot of nerve showing up at my dance studio after what she pulled the last time she was here. I mean, I can't believe that she has the gall to show her face after the police hauled her out of here.
Anyway, after this, one of the former parents, Minister Dawn, arrives at the studio and asks to see Abby. Abby looks agitated by this and says that the parent should really be around just to pay her bill. And Abby has a point because the last time she was around, the police had to haul her out.
Take your cell phone, because you're the biggest piece of trash there is!
May I have your phone?
Call the police! Go for it!
I'm sorry,
Go
Alice.
for it!
There's a psycho in every batch.
A psycho! Yes! Her name's Abigail Miller!
I need it, please.
Well, we will see about that. When Dawn arrives, Abby immediately tells her that she never paid for the rest of her solo, and Dawn says she is never going to pay. Abby says it has to be paid because it was in the contract, and Dawn says she is confident that she will win. And here is how that went down.
Well, right. Have a nice day.
That Minister Dawn needs a Bible refresher course. Thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, and thou shalt not disrespect Abby.
Looks like the winner of that particular competition will be announced by an actual judge, not just a dance judge. After that, Abby starts putting the girls in their costumes. And for Nia, Abby has an animal print dress. Of course, this upsets Holly.
Are you kidding me? Oh, I don't have an afro. That's not the Black experience that we know. And there's nothing wrong with Laquifa, the Laquifas of the world, but that's not Nia's experience. It is not my experience. My name is Holly. I'm as far away from Laquifa as you can get. That is not who I am, and that is not who Nia is.
Holly really does not like this. She says she is not a Lakiefa, and her name is Holly. She said that her child does not live the Afro-Black experience, and that she respects it, but that is not what being Black means to her.
Show business, when they're looking for somebody different, they're gonna love Nia. I think these should get a little higher.
Hard to get beyond that. For me, it's very political. Politics is all about who has the power and who has the control. I don't have the power to choose Nia's music. Abby gets to choose that.
Holly might not like it, but Abby's word is law, and it is her way or the highway. So Nia wore the afro, and that was that about that. Holly did not like it, but this is Abby's dance company, and that is that about that. But then she performs the dance, and this happened when Holly complained.
I will be a lot nicer, and I'll sit down and we can have a big conference about it.
Well, you know what?
But for $250 a month, go somewhere else. That's the way it
First
is.
of all, I don't pay $20 a month. That's the first
me,
thing.
you do.
No, I don't. Look how I dress, look where I live, look what I pay. I pay, what, almost $100,000 a year in private school tuition? And you're telling me I can't afford you?
I did not say that. I said,
Abby really hates 10-year-old Chloe. He hates her so much that she has now invited another Chloe to audition and see if she can join the Abby Lee Dance Company. But Christy, Chloe's mom, knows that something is fishy, and Abby just wants to replace her daughter. And here is how the episode starts.
the face of this team is going to change. And I think some of you are comfortable. Abby's never gonna replace me. My mother walked out of the dance concert 2 years in a row and I'm still here. My mother's been suspended twice, but I'm still here. I want to introduce Kim and the new Chloe. Go stand right next to her.
Bringing in a new Chloe? Obviously we know who you're looking to replace.
Yep, and Christy is right because Abby does not hide her disdain for Chloe at all, not even one bit. On the pyramid, she places the new Chloe, who has never competed, above the old Chloe, and then tells them that they have to compete. That is kind of psychotic, but here is how Abby puts it.
First one is up and then run. Chloe's solo this week is entitled Seeing Red. Chloe, you're jealous, you're envious, because the new Chloe, she might just be her replacement. Shanae out of it towards Gianna.
Well, I knew as soon as she was bringing someone new in that Chloe would have a solo against the new person because that's her game.
Of course, Chloe isn't blind to what is going on as well. She knows the game that Abby is playing, but she cannot do anything about it. She can only do her best and hope to keep her spot in the team. And that is exactly what she tells her mother.
Pyramid, right? You're not gonna move down.
She's a Turner. She's my height. She's my age. Her mom's your height, has blonde hair.
I don't think you need to focus on this other person. I think you need to focus on yourself. You're the Chloe bird, and there's only one of you. You're very unique.
I think I got the better technique.
Yeah.
You do. That's why you're here.
Nobody is going to be you.
Well, we will see about that, won't we? Anyway, Abby isn't taking it easy on the new Chloe either, and the child is slowly finding out why Dance Moms had 8 seasons. Because if there is one thing Abby will always do, it is bring it.
And you should have known to slow down after the first mistake. It's you, sweetie. You're making the mistake.
So, Holly, what are we gonna do about this duet that is like non-existent?
I was
that
gonna
she
say,
won't
it's like-
address? That's a shame because I think
They were
both
so
the
excited
kids
about
were
it.
really, really looking forward to it.
I wish.
Don't waste our time. We have a lot of work to do.
I was wondering, when will you have time to start working on the choreography for the duet?
Yikes, saying that to a 10-year-old is insane. But guess what? Abby has said a lot worse. Upstairs, both Chloe's moms start really going at it. Of course, this is exactly what Abby wants, but does that stop both women? No.
Because it looks like your Chloe might be struggling a little bit.
Well, I think that my daughter gets yelled at where she is, and I'm grateful
There's
for
a difference
the
between being
training.
yelled at and being torn to shreds.
I hope my Chloe realizes this is her one chance and that she's out there working her hardest.
You don't think every one of those kids is working their hardest?
Yes, they are.
Okay, Christy. Anyway, Abby, in her usual mean way, only spent 17 minutes teaching Nia and Kendall their duets. This annoys their mothers. But does Abby care about such nonsense? Of course she doesn't. Anyway, the girls are determined to do great, and they do.
When your dreams are gone and there's nothing left, when the feeling's gone and the tenderness
on. 17 minutes.
The number of looks 1,000 times better than I ever imagined it could be.
And they did great. Now to the climax of the season. It is old Chloe versus the new Chloe with their solos. Will new Chloe earn her place in the team and knock old Chloe off her perch as Abby wants? Or will something else happen here? Let us see. The old Chloe did great. That's amazing. But that does not mean anything in the lives of these moms if the new Chloe outshines her. So not only does the old Chloe have to do great, the new Chloe also has to fail. Let us see what that looks like.
That the new Chloe is a gorgeous dancer, but the whole point of this competition team is pressure and to win.
I know you'll do.
Good luck, Chloe.
Next number is number 121, The First Day.
Today is the first day of the rest of my life.
Some of the parents think that the outfits and routines Abby has these girls doing may be a little bit too sexy for their age, but Abby does not care about that at all, because she thinks it is the only way to get them to win a competition after they took third at their last one.
You guys got your butts kicked.
Third place goes to Abby Lee Dance Company for Party, Party, Party.
Here in Pittsburgh, you have won everything, but it's clearly a different story when you get on a plane and fly across the country. For years, I took the kids by myself. I made sure their hair was right. I made sure the makeup was right. I put the headpiece on.
Wow, that is certainly sure to piss some of these mothers off. But it is true, isn't it? The main reason why all of them are here is because they are trying to relive their childhood through their kids as avatars. And Abby knows this. She really lays the ground rules down again and tells the kids that her word is law and not the words of their parents. Despite Abby's yelling, the kids still clearly love her, but some others have different thoughts.
Chloe, the headband was bad. Next time, what are you gonna do?
Make sure my headpiece stays on.
Could you have prevented that? Yes.
Abby is very scary.
Abby's terrifying to me.
She has a deep voice.
Of course, the parents have some thoughts too, and when Abby excuses them to a different room, they start talking about Abby's methods. And the conversation then goes to their children's spots on the pyramid, which gets really explosive.
Who's at the bottom of the pyramid? Nia's at the bottom of the pyramid, and it's not right.
Brooke's at the bottom of the pyramid.
No,
Brooke's
Nia is at the bottom of the
So
pyramid.
is Brooke. She's with Nia Mackenzie.
Well, okay, but Nia,
Step up and it's like, ha! Yeah? Throw it out there. Do it again.
everyone else, there was something wrong with what they did.
Melissa Maddie's mom thinks everyone is jealous of her daughter. Anyway, as the mothers watch their kids, they start to pick up some things that they do not really like, and they are not scared to say it.
You have to be really hot, sexy.
I don't like that move Brooke's doing. That's way too sexy.
Make it like you're 17 years old. You're dressed so skimpy and we're so hot and dynamic on stage that I wanted to do something similar.
I don't know how they keep up with it.
5, 6, 7, 8, you set the tone for the whole dance. To be amazing. I don't care what anybody says. It's my studio, it's my company. The children need a challenge.
Yikes, that will surely not annoy these mothers. Anyway, it is time for the costume fittings and the girls are all excited to see their black and turquoise outfits. But there is something a little bit too shifty about these outfits.
Where's their costume? But you know what? There are people in the audience who see them and they think they're dancing in the bra.
We've had costumes smaller. It's that it's sleazy.
I think it's too sexy. I absolutely think it's too sexy.
You know what? Can we not use the word sexy? Can we just say skimpy? Not gonna happen. Chloe, let's go.
Oh, I can't even look.
Wow, those are actually quite revealing, but Abby does not care. She says they are free to open their own studios if they want, but as long as the girls are under her tutelage, they will dress the way she wants, and they have no choice. In fact, Abby does not like these moms at all.
Come back and pick your kid up at the end of the night.
Oh my goodness, she fell over.
Yeah, Abby kinda has a point there, but will these dance moms ever leave? No, that is why they are called dance moms. They never, ever, ever leave the studio. Anyway, Chloe's mom thinks Abby does not pay enough attention to her child, and that boils over into a huge argument.
Students that have gone on to be Broadway professionals, they would have stayed in this room until midnight. She can sleep tomorrow on the bus for 5 hours. What do you want to do?
I have to get ready for the morning tomorrow.
And you have a ton of homework.
And then homework, and I have to go to bed early.
You want to leave? Leave.
You know, Chloe, I'm sorry. If you want to come home, you can, but then we should probably pull your soul up. Okay? I know I promised you, and I'm so sorry.
Wow, okay. Some of the moms still have opinions about the outfits that some of the girls are wearing, and when it is time for the competition, they realize just how far Abby wants to go, and they are not down for that at all.
Sending to a bunch of little girls. I mean, they really just don't get, because they're doing what they're told to do. But then you stand there as an adult and you watch every man in the lobby go like rubberneck to those girls walking by. Last week at the West Coast, we're doing a little doll dance in a sweet little dress. You know, Abby sees what's out there, and all of a sudden we're dressed like streetwalkers, and we're here in Lancaster, home of the Amish, in these horrifying outfits.
And that is precisely what happened. The Abby Lee Dance Company did not place in the top 5 at the competition. That is insane. Anyway, the mothers decide to take Abby to the side and take her to the cleaners, and here is how that turned out.
Excuse me, go ask your 9-year-old if she likes what she's wearing.
It doesn't matter what our kids think.
They're 9.
It's not their decision. It's our responsibility as their parents.
People are looking at us. They're judging us.
Like, who knows what they would wear?
They're judging you?
Absolutely. I'm the mother. I let her go on stage like that.
Well, then maybe you should not come. You need to stay at home,
Oh, no,
and your daughter should come.